In a country where we too often hear about what divides us, it might be time to talk about what unites us and supports us. There are many religions and denominations in the United States: Christians, Jews, Muslims, Hindus, Buddhists, Sikhs, each with their own congregations, charities, schools, and businesses. They make a combined contribution of $1.2 trillion to the American economy and society every year. This exceeds the revenue of the 10 largest tech companies, including Apple, Google, and Amazon combined. If we put this in terms of GDP, it would be the 15th largest national economy in the world. But why should you care? There are about 344,000 congregations across the nation, and they serve a myriad of purposes. They are houses of worship, but they are also the nucleus of many communities. Centers for education, job training, charity, childcare, and social events, employing hundreds of thousands of people, creating jobs, and spending billions on goods and services which support local businesses. They fund over 1.5 million social programs and gather together more than 7.5 million volunteers. The effect of religion isn't intangible, it's measurable. The leaders, members, and volunteers of these congregations go out every single day to serve the vulnerable among us. Not for money or recognition, they serve because of their faith. Love of neighbor is a central tenet of every major world religion, and this core belief reverberates far beyond the doors of an individual congregation. It impacts people all across our country. Let's look at just one example. Religion serves the U.S. with over 78,000 programs to help people struggling with mental illness. That's more than 3 times as many Starbucks as there are in the entire world. And faith centers are found in the poorest neighborhoods, in the inner cities, and in the most remote rural areas. Without the influence of religion, many of these programs would disappear, and the communities that thrive because of them would wither. 56,000 groups dedicated to improving race relations. 129,000 groups for people struggling with alcohol and drug abuse, 25,000 groups providing support for people living with HIV/AIDS, 120,000 groups to help the unemployed, and 25,000 groups dedicated to discussing ways to reduce pollution and improve our environment, all gone. All these social programs are solely congregation-based. I haven't even mentioned national charities yet. 40% of the largest charities in America exist because of religion. They're there to help us in our darkest hours, in times of natural disaster, crisis, sickness, when we're hungry, abandoned, and all alone. While religions may not always agree theologically, at their core, they all create and serve communities and culture. Together, they have inspired and built businesses that contribute $436 billion to our economy every year. Together, they run healthcare, higher education, and charity institutions that supply people with the help they need, adding another $303 billion. And religious congregations alone add $418 billion to this total, $1.2 trillion. The socioeconomic impact of religion on the U.S. can't be overstated. Whether directly or indirectly, whether we realize it or not, religion's influence positively impacts all of us in substantial and measurable ways, and there is nothing divisive about that.